Hello, potato. Spring is now fully upon us. The rains have sadly departed and been replaced by increasingly uncomfortable temperatures. And in the last few years, like since 2020 on, that hasn't meant anything for my Lego displays. I've just left the kind of post-Christmas January city modular building display up all the way through until it's time to set up Halloween. And this year, I'm not going to do that. This year, for the first time in the 2020s, I do plan to set up my summer displays, which is the camping display and the carnival display. And even though I haven't set them up since 2019, I have still been gathering kits for them. I have, I think, 3 or 4 camping sets to put up, or sets that are for the camping. I mean, they're not camping sets per Lego, but I'm going to use them as such. And 4 or 5 carnival sets, including a couple that probably won't be room for everything. So some things may get built and then just not put in the display. But if I'm going to get them all built in time to set it up in late May, early June, I need to start building them now. Which means today we're going to build ourselves a little camping Lego, or at least a Lego I'm going to use for camping. And we'll start by looking at this. Now, obviously, this has already been built. And if you like Lego, you probably recognize that this is not a new set. This is kit 31079, the Sunshine Surfer Van. It's a creator set. It actually has 3 different builds you could make with it, from the box. Obviously, you can build whatever you want with it. It's Lego. It's also, I think, about the only Lego kit I actually have 2 of, and I'm pretty sure it's the only one that's actually built. I'll take it back. I take it back. We have the Christmas trees from last year. We did buy 2 of those to build. So it's about the only. I guess I was accurate. It's about the only. There's only a couple. But I actually, at one time I went into Half Price Books and they had one of these with about 99% of the pieces there for like 20 bucks, $25. And so I picked it up and made the car build out of it because I already had the instructions, and I did have to find a few pieces out of my my spares to replace that were missing from theirs, but it worked out. And that the car actually is part of the spring display. This is a part of the summer display, and yeah, it's not strictly speaking a camping kit. I used it such because it does have like a barbecue and has our little happy little surfer fellas here. I don't know, they're their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, brother and sister. I have no idea, and I don't really care. But there's a reason I brought this kit out. I got it out of storage early, dug it out of the summer display storage box, because I feel like today's set, if not inspired by this kit from 2018, and also, by the way, looking it up to realize this is from 2018, I didn't realize the kit was that old, but I guess it makes sense. It got put out for multiple summers, and it's been in storage since 2019 summer ended. So I guess it makes sense that it is about 5 years old now. But I feel like if this didn't inspire today's kit, it at least got inspiration from the same place as today's kit, because what we're actually building today is Lego Creator 31138, the beach camper van. So again, this one actually does say camping, or implies camping on it. But I think if you look, you'll see that there's definitely some similarities between these 2 sets. Now, this one I think is a little bit bigger. It's 556 pieces, and the alternate builds I think are a little bit better. This one, I know build 2 for this was a car because I built it. I think build 3 may have been a building of some sort. I don't remember for sure, but this one's got 1 vehicle build and 2 building builds. Also, this one has little changing huts. They're probably not going to make it into the camping display, but it's cool that they're there, and they're probably there because they're important for things like the buildings. There's a lot more square pieces there, a lot more bricks there than you generally get in a vehicle. So if you want to build these buildings, you need extra bricks. The backside, I'd say straight off, I don't think I like the surfboard as much. Certainly it's a build, so it's kind of nicer in that sense. But this actually is a surfboard, and that looks like you are like writing a chunk of wall. But we have a little palm tree, which appears to actually be a plant in all three builds. It's not used for anything else. It's not like with the rabbit, the creator rabbit, where the flowers were there to like disguise the cockatoo headpieces. We do have Lego birds, which are a little odd looking. Each set has a bird. We also have a crab that's actually a build, it looks like, which is I think a first for me. I have a number of Lego crabs, but none that are actually buildable like that. But yeah, 556 pieces should not be a large build. Probably take me an hour and a half. Certainly a lot faster than, say, Indiana Jones did. Let's see how many bags we have in here. Now, there's probably multiple books because it is a creator set, and I do like that they come with multiple books. I've seen stuff saying they're going to stop doing instruction books, which I'm not a big fan of, just because I don't like relying on things on the internet if at all possible, just because the internet, I mean, we like to say the internet is forever, but it's really not. That's why I try to, like, when I get like these big expensive board games, I don't generally buy the ones that have app interaction or require an app to play, because that app's not going to be there eventually. I eventually will upgrade my phone and the app won't be available anymore, or it won't play on the phone with the current software, and I will lose functionality for that game. So I don't generally buy those kind of games, and I don't like the fact that Lego's leaning in that direction. I think that Lego's going to evaporate, or that even the Lego community would stop having alternative builds, because I think even before Lego had all the instructions on their site, there were other sites that you could find instructions on if you needed to build things. I hadn't had lost to the books. So, I mean, it's not a huge worry, but I feel like it's unnecessary to really tie a lot of tech into to building Lego. I think it's fine for sets that specifically are made for that, but for like this, I know they want to cut down on the waste, but I feel like this needs books. So we have 3 sections to our build here. Now, I want to say in the rabbit, we didn't have numbered bags because being alternate builds, you might not need necessarily the same thing first. So I'll be interested to see how that works. If maybe they're kind of focused on this, and there's our QR code if you like such things. And maybe not so much focused on the alternate builds. Little, I guess, seaside house and a little ice cream stand. I have so many ice cream seller kits. I wish we could get some more food truck kits. I mean, we had that nice farmer's market one last year, but again this year it's like it's slushy trucks again, which at least a slushy truck is at least not an ice cream truck. But they've I feel like the best ice cream truck was the one for the original Lego movie, and I haven't needed a different one since then. But also, like, a lot of the carnival kits come with ice cream stands. And I think even one of the modular buildings had an ice cream stand in front of it. I have too many ice cream stands. We need variety. We need variety, Lego. Not that I don't give you enough money already. But so yeah, we're gonna do the basic beach camper van today. Put these other instructions out of sight and out of mind. They'll go in the same storage bin with everything else here. But so what are we looking at here? How many pieces? How many steps? I feel like the steps. 123, is that, because sometimes in these they'll start over when you build a different thing, but it looks like that's not the case here. Any words? None to speak of. Do we have the promise of paper bags? We do have the promise of paper bags. Of course, the promise of paper bags right there. Yeah, I thought they can do like some clear paper. I would have hoped for that, but well, we'll deal with that when it finally comes around. Do they have like dates on here? We're switching from plastic to paper-based packaging. That's why you might find a mix of paper and plastic. I have never. How many Lego kits have I built since they started saying they're switching over to paper? I have yet to find a paper bag. But I guess they're coming eventually. And then the Builder app. Ask parents before going online. Well, see, that's the problem, isn't it? You need physical instructions for the build. Is there another separator? There is another separator. Wow, I didn't think this small of a brick count would get another separator, because I don't have any. I don't have like 4 literally just sitting off to the right there. That's fine. I mean, I will eventually need to do something with these separators. And I've seen people do some interesting stuff building with the separators. I will have to do that. All right, so looks like the bags are going to go along with the camper van build. Step 1 is going to be the first minifigure and the little changing rooms. Step 2 will be the base of the car. Step 3 will be the rest of the car. Not step 3, section 3. So I guess we're at that point now where we need to switch over to the fast forward. So there we have it complete. LEGO Creator Kit 31138, the Beach Camper Van. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it's a little bit more involved than our past Sun Surfer here. And, oh, I didn't quite get that right, did I? So, yeah, it's quite a bigger, it's actually almost, I think, almost as big as the city bus kit that I have. Very, very large, but I guess if you're gonna live inside of it, you do want some space. This should open. The whole point of this is to open, and it's not opening. I've done something, there we go. Close it too tightly, I guess. So the old kit, I don't think opened unless you took the top off. Yeah, because it's held on there. So that's what our old kit looked like on the inside. Bed, little kitchen area, burner, sink, television, fish for some reason. I don't know why the fish is there. It doesn't belong in there, I don't think. I don't think it belongs in that kit. It might. A potted plant. Here's our dining table. And some roof storage, which came with some chairs, a little table, and a barbecue. Now, with our new beach camper van, we have, still indoors, we have the bed, which the table goes down on top of. So you're sitting, I guess you can sit up in bed. Because if you're sitting on there, I feel like you're putting your shoes on the bed, and that's not a great idea. Although I kind of feel like you're meant to sleep this way, so I guess you're not sitting up in bed, you're sitting on these. Although only this one will actually face the table. I guess I'm thinking too deep into it. We have a little kitchen again. We have more of a different kind of burner this time. Sink, different TV. No stickers in this kit, but also no printed pieces other than the eyes on our little pool floaty there. But yeah, no stickers. We do have a potted plant again, or at least we have a plant in a vase. And some floor there to stand up on. A little ladder to have to climb up into the driving area, which you don't have in the Sun Surfer. And one thing I instantly disliked about this is the door. There's a gap there. There's a gap there. What? How did that get past design? And you left this gap. I mean, clear closing on here. I feel like with some work, I could probably fix that. I might experiment with it if I have the right pieces for it. Just because I don't like that. I don't like that gap. That gap bothers me. And then instead of a table and chairs and a barbecue, we just have these two massive chunky surfboards and actually a very cute little pool float. And on the back, I guess we have the suitcase there. But certainly it's a bigger build than the old Sun Surfer, but I think I kind of like the Sun Surfer better. And of course, this one looks like it's a little bit more inspired by a Volkswagen. This one, I would almost go a little more. Is it a Volkswagen? The Vanagon? Was that a Volkswagen? This looks like more like a normal van, at least from the front. This was much more Volkswagen-y. But also with this, we have things that we didn't get back with our Sun Surfer. We have what I mistakenly thought were changing booths. And no, this one's actually a toilet with windows that look right into it. But I guess if it's a changing room, the windows aren't any less disturbing there, are they? And then we have, I don't know. We have a room with a shovel in it. I have no idea why we have a room with a shovel in it. But we have a little closet with, I guess you could change in your swimsuit in those. But that one's definitely a toilet. That one, I'm really not sure what the intended purpose of the shovel is. Some sort of storage rack, I guess. We have I don't think I've ever had a crab build like this, so that's neat. We have a seagull, so I guess we can have it leave little plops. Actually, that's probably much more appropriate there. That's probably a much more appropriate piece for the pigeon to plop down on you than the stud is. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be a seashell, but it looks like a poop. And, in other kits, it is. If it's brown, it would be, certainly. And then we have our minifigures, because we have our tree, which is cute. Minifigures You know, I originally thought he kind of looked a little bit like the guy in the front. I mean, I guess in the sense that all minifigures kind of look alike. But I kind of got some Karen hair going on there, I think. Also, I think I may steal that ice cream cone for my my Joe Biden minifigure, because that's kind of what I wanted for him anyways, was an ice cream cone. I'm sure I must have pieces to make one, though. So maybe I'll let him keep his ice cream. In fact, I could take an ice cream off of the other half dozen ice cream sets I have, so maybe we'll do that instead. And the female portion of this set, that's Elaine's hair from Seinfeld, right? That is the Elaine hairpiece from the Seinfeld kit, or am I totally wrong? That my first thought I saw that hair in the pile of bricks was, that's Elaine's hair. And both of our minifigures do have multiple faces. Let's get you over here. Pull off your Karen hair. We have a smiley face, and then he has a worried face. She just has a less smiley face. Maybe he proposed and she just said no, and that's why he looks like that. So we'll see. That's Karen hair, is it not? You put it on the female figure, it's absolutely Karen hair, but we'll give her back Elaine hair. Maybe this is Elaine on vacation. Maybe that's what all this is. This kit's actually Elaine from Seinfeld has found herself a guy, and he's taken her to the beach, and hilarity will ensue. Undoubtedly, Jerry, George, and Kramer will show up and just ruin everything. But it's a nice kit. I do think I kind of like the Sun Surfer a little bit better, just in a vacuum, but it's a nice kit, it's a nice build, and I can always knock it down and make another ice cream parlor out of it. But it's definitely bigger. Not a ton bigger, but I mean bigger to the point that I feel like this is not that much shorter than the Lego like Winnebago style camper I have. But I guess we'll figure that out when I actually set up the summer display. We can see how big they are next to. Oh, there's a little boombox. That's cute. Again, something that exists as a piece. I have little boombox individual pieces that came with minifigures or came out of the Build-A minifigure at the mall. And yeah, it wasn't necessary to build one, but it's still fine. Just like with the surfboards, it's fine. I almost feel like I want to redesign these to make them more canoe-like. Just because it's such a thick surfboard. Can even... I mean, yeah, they can surf on it, but I feel it's just such a thick surfboard. A whole brick wide or thick just seems excessive. Seems overly extensive. It seems unnecessary. But overall, the only thing I really, really absolutely dislike about the kit, I mean, even the surfboards are fine. I dislike that gap. I wish the design on this had been. Also, I wish that it came open easier. There we go. I guess you have to be careful when you close it all the way. It gets stuck sometimes. I wish this had been better designed. I like that they tried to close the gap by putting a couple pieces in there, but they failed. It's not closed, and I want to see if I can figure a way to fix that. I don't know if I have the yellow and white bricks in the right pieces to do it though. But that is the project for the day. Today we're just building it the way it is meant to be built, or at least one of the ways it is meant to be built. Way number 1, the beach camper van. So we'll be seeing this again as I set up the summer display. I'm sure I'll put pictures on the @VoidOfIntelligence Instagram when I get to that point. But we do have many more kits to build before I am to that point. So that's probably what the next few weeks are going to be, is a lot of Lego, because I got to get them done in time to set up the display. But overall, comparing the two sets, I do think I like this set better, but there's a lot going on here. It's a nice set. If you didn't get this one, this is certainly a nice substitute. The thing I might want to do is maybe change the colors, just because they're both yellow and white with blue accents. I feel like maybe I want to make this blue with yellow. I don't know, because that plate's a little kind of a big piece to have a spare of. I don't think I do, but I might have the pieces to. No, I wouldn't have the wheel wells though. Those are kind of specialized. Well, probably a project for another year. I guess the first thing I want to fix though is this this gap. That's like the big thing. People can have the same color cars. I guess maybe in Legoland, yellow is a popular color. But that will wrap up this video. Again, 31138 for ages 8 and up. It did come out earlier this year, I think February or March. It is still available. Our old Sun Surfer here is from 2018. It is retired. You would have to find that from a reseller if you wanted to get one of those, or I guess try to piece together yourself. There aren't any. I don't think there's any unique pieces in here. Oops, she fell out of the car. I don't think there's any unique pieces in this kit, so it wouldn't actually be that difficult to order all the parts from like Bricklink or something, or from even maybe from Lego, as long as they're still making them. So you could get the instructions of this and make this one yourself, just not with those minifigures. But we'll wrap this up. It was a good build, fun build. I like the kit overall, just that one minor thing. And it will be in the camping display in the next couple months. If you have opinions as to which one of these two is the better one, our classic Sun Surfer or our new beach camper van, let me know in the comments below. But I will wrap up the video there. I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.